Of body fluids and the circulation. Welcome to Laksha Academy YouTube channel. In this part, we are going to learn structure of human heart. It is very important essay. Almost in every paper, it was given in the previous exams. Very important. 8 marks IP question for second year IP exams. Okay, welcome to Laksha Academy YouTube channel. Okay, human cardiovascular system. Human It consists of four. What are the three parts in the human cardiovascular system? Can you guess what are the three parts in the cardiovascular system of fishes, amphibians, reptiles, and aves, mammals? Okay, in these all animals, the three parts in the circulatory system are heart, blood vessels, and blood. Okay, these are the three in our cardiovascular system. What are they? Heart, blood vessels, and blood. Cardiovascular system consists of three parts: heart, vessels, and blood. What is the origin of our heart? Okay, you can have to write side headings. Okay, the first point is first side heading here is origin. What is the origin of our heart? Okay, you know this one, mesodermal. In first year zoology, you learnt muscular tissue, muscle tissue. In muscle tissue, you learn three types of muscles: skeletal muscle, smooth muscle, cardiac muscle. Our heart is made of muscle. Study of our heart is cardiology, the doctorologist. All muscles except few. Okay, all muscles except there are exception. Most of the muscles are formed from mesoderm. Okay, that's why the heart is mesodermal in origin. You know, during the embryonic state, there are three germ layers: ectoderm and mesoderm and endoderm. Okay, heart is formed from this is the mesoderm. From this mesoderm, our heart is cardiac muscle is formed. Okay, that's why its origin is mesodermal in origin. It is a thick wall. The walls of the heart are very thick and muscular. There are muscles are present in the wall. Like that, we build walls using bricks, cement. In those walls, bricks are present. In this wall, muscles are present. And pulsating hormone, it continuously it is beating to pump the blood. Where is it? Our heart is situated in the mediastinum. You can observe here. This is one lung. This is one lung. Between the two lungs, there is a space. We call that mediastinum. Heart is located. Situated. Heart is situated in the mediastinum, the region in the thorax. The region in the thorax or chest cavity between the two lungs. Okay, this is one lung, this is one lung. Between the two lung, there is a space. In that space is called mediastinum. In that mediastinum, what is present? Our heart is present. Okay, next, apex. The apex of the heart is slightly turned to left. Okay, if you observe the apex, okay, this is called apex of the heart. This is apex of the heart. This apex of the heart is slightly, this is the right side. It is slightly towards the apex is turned slightly towards the left side of our body. Okay, next, what is the size of the size of the heart is clenched fist. Okay, you can observe your heart is approximately the size of your clenched fist. This is the size of our heart. Okay, we learned here for very important. Again, I am telling this one. The heart is mesodermal in origin. Okay, how are the walls? Thick. Okay, on base on each point, I am asking one question. What is the origin of our heart? Mesodermal. How are it walls? Thin or thick? Thick wall. The heart is the walls are made up of Epithelial tissue, connective tissue, or nervous tissue. What is it? The wall mainly it is made up of muscular. Next one, it is a what type of organ? Pulsating organ. It is a pumping organ, pulsating organ. Okay, next one, what is that? Where is our heart situated? Our heart is situated in the chest cavity. Between the two lungs, there is a space. What do we call that space? Mediastinum. Okay, in that mediastinum, our heart is located. What is the size of our heart? The size of our heart is clenched fist. What is that? Clenched fist. How is the apex of our heart? Our apex of our, if it is the apex, okay, the apex of the heart is slightly towards left side. Okay, slightly turned to left. What is the size? Clenched fist. Okay, have you got it? Next, heart is covered by this is you have to pay attention here. Okay, it is difficult. Okay, if you see the diagram, it is easy to understand. If you read the theory, you cannot understand this paragraph. Okay, you have to remember based on diagram. The heart is covered by, okay, you know that heart is covered by a double-walled pericardium. Okay, heart is covered by double-walled pericardium, which consists of outer fibrous pericardium and inner serous pericardium. Okay, observe here. Hmm. Okay, what is this one? Pericardium. Heart is covered by a double-walled pericardium. This is one wall. Okay, this is the another wall. Okay, see here, pericardium. Okay, it has a two parts. Fibrous pericardium. This part, okay, you can reverse fibrous pericardium. And the second one is serous pericardium. Heart is covered by double-walled pericardium. Heart is covered by a double-walled pericardium, which consists of outer fibrous pericardium. I showed you that one. You can also observe in this picture. Okay, outer fibrous pericardium. Next one, inner serous pericardium. Okay, there are two layers of outer fibrous pericardium. Okay, inner pericardium. Heart is covered double-walled pericardium. Okay, which consists of outer fibrous pericardium and inner serous pericardium. Okay, next, the serous pericardium. Okay, the serous pericardium. I am talking about heart is covered by pericardium, double wall pericardium. What are the two layers here? Fibrous pericardium. This one here, this part. And what is another one? Serous pericardium. Okay, I will show you here. This is an layer, this layer and this layer, these two, serous pericardium, these two. Again, serous pericardium has two layers. This serous pericardium has two layers again. You can observe here. Okay, parietal layer, outer parietal layer of serous pericardium, and inner visceral layer of serous pericardium. Understand? Okay, heart is covered by a double-walled pericardium. This is one wall. This is one wall. Okay, one wall is called fibrous pericardium. The other wall is called serous pericardium. In this serous pericardium, okay, now I am drawing you here these two serous pericardium. It has two layers. One is outer layer. This is outer layer. Parietal layer of serous pericardium. Okay, I will show you this one. This is next one. The second one is visceral layer of serous pericardium. Visceral layer of serous pericardium. Between these two layers, there is a space. Observe here. Okay, this is one layer. This is another layer. In between these two, there is a space. In between which two? In between parietal layer and visceral layer, there is a space. This space is called pericardial space or pericardial cavity. Pericardial cavity. Okay, this pericardial space or pericardial cavity is filled with one fluid. You know that. Can you tell me? It is filled with a fluid called pericardial fluid. What's that? Pericardial fluid. The serous pericardium is double layered and formed of an outer parietal layer and inner visceral layer. Inner visceral layer. The inner visceral layer, this is the visceral layer. You can observe here, this is the visceral layer. Okay, it is attached to our heart. This is the heart wall. You can see here, our heart wall. We cut some part and put here, and this is a visceral layer. Okay, this layer I am talking about, it is attached to our heart and form the outer layer of the heart. Okay, heart wall, this is the heart wall. Heart wall has three layers: endocardium, myocardium and epicardium. This epicardium is nothing but visceral layer of serous pericardium, is nothing but epicardium. Understand? Okay, here. Okay, this is the wall of the heart. Wall of the heart, I will show you here. Okay, this is the wall of the heart. From here to here, this is the wall of the heart. And what is this one? Pericardium. Okay, this part is pericardium. Okay, what is the innermost layer here? What is this layer here? This is serous pericardium or visceral pericardium. Visceral pericardium, the serous visceral layer of serous pericardium. And this layer forms the outer layer in the wall of the heart. This is wall of the heart. Wall of the heart. From to here, this is wall of the heart. What is this one? Pericardium. This is pericardium, above our heart. Okay, this innermost layer here in the pericardium, what is that? Visceral layer. This is visceral layer. This visceral layer outer layer of the wall, that is called epicardium. Epicardium is nothing but visceral layer of the serous pericardium. Okay, after this epicardium, what is present? This is a very important part. What is this one? Myocardium. This is made up of cardiac muscle layer. Next, the innermost layer is called endocardium. Inner endothelial lining covering the trabeculae. Okay, that is not important. Okay, only you remember this one. Endocardium. Okay, that means the wall of the heart. Wall of the heart consists of three layers, not pericardium. I am talking about wall of the heart. One layer is called, this is called epicardium, and this layer is called myocardium because it is very thickest layer made up of muscle, and this inner layer is called endocardium. These are the three layers in the wall of the heart. These all are the layers in the pericardium. Come back. The serous pericardium is double layered, formed of outer parietal layer and inner visceral layer, and inner visceral layer adheres to the heart. Inner visceral layer attached to the heart and to the surface of the heart and forms the outer layer of the heart wall, that is called epicardium. Epicardium is nothing but inner visceral layer of the serous pericardium. Okay, right. The two layers are separated by a narrow pericardial space. I showed you, that is called pericardial. The two layers, these two are separated by a narrow pericardial space or pericardial cavity, which is filled with pericardial fluid. This fluid reduces the friction between the two membranes, outer parietal layer and inner visceral layer. If there is no fluid, there will be friction. As our heart is always contracting, there will be friction. Okay, to avoid that friction between the two membranes and allows the movement of the heart, that is the function of pericardial fluid. It reduces the friction between the two membranes and allows the free movement of the heart. Come to the wall of the heart. Okay, I told you this one. Okay, the wall of the heart consists of three layers. The wall of the heart consists of three layers. They are outer epicardium, I showed you that one. outer epicardium. What is this one? This outer, this is this one, epicardium. Okay, this is epicardium. And next, the middle myocardium. Middle myocardium. Middle myocardium, a thick layer of cardiac muscle, and the innermost endocardium, a thin layer of endothelium. Endocardium is made up of endothelium. Endothelium means nothing but simple squamous epithelium. Next, the endothelium covers the heart valves also, tricuspid valve, bicuspid valve, pulmonary valve, aortic valves. There are heart valves are there. Okay, those heart valves also are covered by endothelium. And it is also endothelium, in the previous part also I told you, it is also present in the endothelium, large blood vessels. For example, systemic aorta, pulmonary aorta, which are coming from our heart, though inside those blood vessels also the innermost layer is the endothelium. Endothelium is present on the walls. Endothelium is the innermost. It is the endocardium of the heart is made up of endothelium. Endothelium is also present in the large blood vessels that are connected to our heart. Human heart consists of external structure of human heart. Human heart consists of 4 chambers with 2 relatively upper chambers, atria, and 2 lower chambers, larger lower chambers called ventricles. Atria and ventricle. Now we are talking about external structure. We haven't cut and open our heart. Only we are studying the external features of our heart. Atria and ventricles are separated by a deep transverse groove. Okay, between for example, this is one chamber of our heart. This is another chamber of our heart. These are the other 2 chambers of our heart. Now talking about atria and ventricle. This is atrium. This is atrium. And this is a ventricle. This is ventricle. The atria and ventricles are separated by one groove. Oka gunta lantidi untundi atria ki ventricles ki madhyalo one groove. That means I am talking about external structure. When you cannot see these all chambers when you see external structure. Okay, okay, atria and ventricles are separated by a deep groove. Okay, I will show you that one here. This is a atrium. This is a atrium. This is one atrium. This is one atrium. And these are the ventricles. Between the atria and ventricle, there is a deep groove here. This deep groove, the coronary sulcus, separating the atria. This is the atria and ventricles. That is called coronary sulcus. Coronary sulcus, otherwise called atrioventricular groove, because it is present between atria and ventricle. This is called here, there is a atrioventricular groove because it is present between atria and ventricles. Okay, atria and ventricles are separated by a groove called deep transverse groove called, okay, it is called atrioventricular groove, otherwise called coronary sulcus. Okay, coronary sulcus, it is not part of your syllabus. It consists of right coronary artery, small cardiac vein, and the coronary sinus and circumflex artery. Okay, it is not given in our syllabus. This part is not there. Next one, auricular appendix. What is auricular appendix? Okay, next, the muscular pouch-like projection from each atrium. Okay, here is the muscular pouch-like projection from each atrium. This is called auricular appendix. The muscular pouch-like projection from each atrium is called auricular appendix or auricular appendage. Next one, interventricular grooves. Okay, before this slide, okay, I have explained you between the atria and ventricle there is a groove. There is a groove, deep transverse groove, that is called what coronary sulcus or atrioventricular groove. Now I am talking about ventricles. Okay, on the ventricles, between the ventricles, okay, you can observe here, this is a atrium, this is atrium, this is a ventricle, this is ventricle. We talked about atrium and ventricle. There is a groove here. This is called coronary sulcus. We already discussed this part. Now I am talking only about these 2 structures. What are these 2? Ventricles. I am talking only about ventricles now. In between the ventricles, Okay, between this ventricle and this is the left ventricle, this is the right ventricle, there is a groove here. Okay, this is called interventricular groove. There are two are there. Okay, now we are seeing here, this is the posterior side of our heart, back side of our heart. Okay, this is called posterior interventricular groove, or it is given as posterior interventricular sulcus. And when you see the anterior side of our heart, on the anterior side also one groove is present. Okay, that is not given there. Okay, on the anterior side also there is one more groove. The muscular pouch like projection from each atrium is called auricular appendix or auricular appendage. I explained you that point. The ventricles are separated by two interventricular grooves. Ventricles are separated by two interventricular grooves. One is anterior interventricular groove. Another one is posterior interventricular groove, in which coronary arteries and their branches are lodged. Okay, here in the coronary artery and their branches are present in these anterior interventricular groove and posterior interventricular groove. Inter means in between. In between the ventricles, there are two grooves, one on the anterior side of our heart, one on the posterior side of our heart. Anterior interventricular groove, anterior interventricular groove. Another one is the posterior interventricular groove. In this diagram, you can see the posterior. This is the posterior interventricular groove. Another one, okay, on the other side of the heart, back side of the heart, we can see the anterior interventricular groove. Total we learned here three grooves. One is, okay, atrioventricular, here this groove. This is groove otherwise called sinus. One is coronary sinus. Another one is posterior interventricular sinus or groove. Another one is anterior interventricular groove. This is about the external structure of human heart. This next we in the next part I will cover the internal structure of the human heart.